Right. Fantastic Four First Steps had a test screening, a public test screening. And as you can see over here, we've got the first reactions. All very positive, actually. I don't know why they did a public test screening. It's quite unusual for them to do a public test screening. It's not exactly like it's super close. And normally they have pretty big embargoes on these things. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they did it because they're worried. Because it's not tracking that well. And they've done it to conjure up lots of interest, I guess. That's logical. If you got any better ideas, let me know down below. But let's take a look and see what this article says. So this is for just Murphy's Multiverse. They've just kind of collected it all, basically. So from the collective reactions coming out of the test screening, Fantastic Four First Step sounds like a very straightforward, very comic book Fantastic Four adventure. I don't know. I don't think this is going to do as well as they want it to do. And the reason why I say that is Fantastic Four's never done really well. Look at the box office of any of them. They've not done well, ever. It's a property that just doesn't do good on the big screen. It doesn't do good. Terrible English. So according to one viewer, Ralph Ineson's Galactus is terrifying. And apparently the best part. But he's probably barely in it, isn't he? Really. So the best part's barely in it. Described as having an incredible scale and ripped straight from the comics. So not a giant lingering fart cloud like some of them. So the same viewer said that the film's plot feels very Lovecraftian with a cosmic horror angle that gives it a lot of personality. That's good. If it is the case, though. Because we still don't know if that is going to actually be the case, eh? On the negative end of the spectrum, the film's lack of character development was cited, as well as a disappointing use of Reed's powers and use at all of the thing. Hey? Powers and use at all of the thing. That's a weird English. I will say Reed Richards' powers are always hard to do because they always look a bit stupid. So, yeah. All in all, it's a spectacle-heavy sci-fi adventure with some blockbuster appeal. They also revealed in another article, which I'd have to find here, post-credit scene is leaked. So the post-credit scene has Sue Storm reading to her and Reed's son Franklin Richards. She gets up. When she returns, she finds Dr. Doom holding his mask, sitting next to Franklin. His face is never shown, but both the costume and mask are described as very comic accurate. Now, it is interesting because Thunderbolts had the Fantastic Four coming into their world at the end of it, so weird. So it says this: if we piece this together with what we already know, it seems likely that Doom does hail from the same reality as Marvel's first family, and perhaps kidnaps Franklin, who, in the comics, has the power to reshape and create realities. That might be what brings the Fantastic Four to Earth 616, not the destruction of their world. An insider also noted that former Captain America Chris Evans doesn't appear in the movie. However, they did say, I know for a fact he filmed something, so it was either cut or will be in the final version of the film. Who knows? Lovecraftian's good. Read it. Not always great. Some of this information is pretty decent, though. Cryptic said he's heard it was good, okay, nothing groundbreaking, but far from bad. I think we're in the grey area of anything could happen, because some hits at the box office among audience critics had okay, good test screening, Sinners, or even Barbie, so this is true. Or some praised ones with outstanding ovation, and all that ended up bombing and rejected by audience. Wonder Woman 1984 had a good press screening, and the same goes for Flash. Oh, have we got it here, I think. Yeah, here we go. So here it is. Marvel faked me out. They never test publicly in LA, but it was Fantastic Four tonight. I just want to do at least one big test screening. Sign up for blah, 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 blah. I don't think they've really said... Oh, God. I don't think they've really said too much here, to be honest. Haven't heard anything yet quality-wise. Just confirmed it happened. Yeah, there's not a lot of info here, anyway. Xcancel.com. Don't even know what that is. So there you go. Lovecraftian. I'm not sure I believe it, really. I'm not sure I believe that at all. And this also follows on from articles such as this. You know, Marvel orders emergency reshoots for Fantastic Four ending. Rumour. We did actually see them doing reshoots, though. So, is that a rumour? Don't know. A lot of the articles are not good. And there's not a ton of them either, right? Like, you gotta... I feel like the age of the superhero is over. I feel like comic book movies are kind of over now. What do you think? Do you feel that? I do. I feel like apathy's definitely set in. And I certainly don't think anyone cares about the Fantastic Four. Like, at all. So, I don't know. Lovecraftian's good. Having Galactus as the best thing's not good because he's not going to be in it for very long. You can guarantee that. Reed not using his powers that much means that Marvel weren't able to crack it. What I mean by that is the stretching ability always looks a bit dumb. So they weren't able to figure out how to make it not dumb. Which makes sense, to be honest. So there you go. There you go. Thoughts down below, I guess. I don't think this is going to do very well. I don't know what the budget was either. I don't know if they've revealed that anywhere. You can imagine it would be at the very least, bare minimum, $150 million. And it will have, at the very least, bare minimum, because these always do, about $100 million spent on its marketing. So it needs to do a bare minimum $500 million to start breaking even. And that's being super conservative. I actually genuinely don't think that's a slam dunk for this film. I think it may struggle. Thoughts down below, though. Take care. Bye-bye now.